Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at making your wedding day really yours with some hands-on DIY decor ideas.
Mm-hmm. We're digging into an article from Jason's photography blog. It's called 3 DIY Wedding Decor Ideas to Personalize Your Wedding Day.
Right. And our mission here is basically to pull out the smart, useful tips from this article. Ways to add that personal touch without necessarily breaking the bank.
Exactly. Because let's be honest, the article hits it on the head. Weddings get expensive. Fast.
They really do. So doing some decor yourself, it's not just like a fun craft project. It's smart budgeting.
It lets you save cash maybe for, well, the photography, as the article notes, or maybe amazing food, things like that.
But it's also, and the source really stresses this, it's about putting your soul into it, making it feel authentically you.
Absolutely. It's that personal stamp.
Okay, so let's jump into the first idea from the source. Hydrangea globes. Hydrangeas are pretty classic wedding flowers anyway, wouldn't you say?
Oh, totally. Very elegant, very popular. And what's clever here, according to the article, is making them into these floating globes.
Sounds complicated, maybe.
Well, that's the thing. The source suggests they're actually surprisingly easy to put together.
Oh, perfect DIY then.
Yeah.
And the personalization is obvious. Just pick hydrangea colors that, mean something.
Yeah.
Maybe your dating anniversary color or something personal.
Yeah, or just match your wedding palette. And visually, the article points out they look fantastic. Think like hanging from trees outdoors.
Oh, lovely.
Or even just as centerpieces on the tables inside. And they specifically mention they create this really soft, amazing backdrop for photos.
Right, which loops back to potentially spending more on good photography.
Yeah.
Smart connection.
High impact, potentially lower effort DIY. That's the sweet spot.
Okay, so moving from the visual,
Yeah.
the next idea taps into, well, smell. Custom scented candles.
Yeah, this is interesting. Using scent for personalization and memory. Candles themselves, they're fairly simple to make if you have the basic kit.
The wax, the wicks, that sort of thing.
Right. But the custom part, the real personal touch the source highlights, comes from adding essential oils.
So you can create a scent that's completely unique to your wedding day.
Exactly. But here's a key tip they include. And they even mention doTERRA here. Essential oils are strong.
Ah, good point. Don't go overboard.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Just a few drops literally is all you need for a candle. And they also suggest, smartly I think, picking scents that kind of vibe with your other decor.
Okay, so like if you did those blue hydrangea globes we were talking about, maybe a lavender scent in the candle, something soft that complements it.
Precisely. It creates this whole sensory atmosphere for your guests. It's not just looking pretty.
It's an experience. I like that. Okay, third idea. This one taps into a really popular style, distressed mason jars.
Oh yeah, the whole rustic farmhouse chic thing. Still going strong.
It really is. And the article links mason jars back to, that country home, vintage Americana feel, which makes sense.
Gives it some context. And the DIY process they describe sounds super straightforward.
Totally. You just paint the jars. They suggest chalk paint. Apparently it gives a good texture and lasts well.
Okay.
Let it dry completely, then just take some sandpaper.
And rough it up a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just rub off a little paint here and there for that distressed, kind of weathered look.
Nice. Simple but effective. And then what? Fill them up.
Yeah, they suggest putting simple tea lights inside for that warm glow, or using them as little vases, maybe for, smaller flowers. Could even tie back to the hydrangeas again.
Very versatile. So when you put all these DIY ideas together, the globes, the candles, the jars, what's the bigger picture the source paints?
Well, the main takeaway seems to be that these aren't just decorations. They're like tangible pieces of the couple's story and effort.
Right. Not just stuff you bought.
Exactly. And the source really emphasizes that guests notice that. They remember the time and the love that went into making those little details. It makes the whole thing feel more intimate.
More personal, more memorable, reflects who the couple actually is.
Yeah. So wrapping up the core message from this article, using fairly simple DIY projects like these hydrangea globes, custom candles, distressed jars, it's a great way to, 1, personalize your wedding.
2, probably save some money for other priorities.
Right. And 3, leave a really genuine, a heartfelt impression on your guests.
Makes sense. Think about it, how adding your touch, something you actually made, can shift a standard event into something that feels completely uniquely yours.
So here's something to maybe mull over, building on that idea of personal touches from the source. How can intentionally adding those kinds of sensory details, a specific scent, a handmade object, maybe even a texture, how can that create a deeper, more resonant experience, not just for a wedding, but really for any important moment or gathering in life?